Dressed from the Belly Button collection for Jellyfish. These guys have been around for a while. The lead singer, who incidentally is also, unusually, the drummer. Because Don Henley is a singing drummer, Levon Helm is a singing drummer, but there's not too many. Anyway, this guy Andy Sturmer and the keyboard player Roger Manning were in a band called Beatnik Beach, which, you know, tried to get it going, didn't quite happen, broke up, didn't know what they were going to do. Legend has it they were driving in a van down to Los Angeles, eating like their last peanut butter sandwich when they did get signed to their record deal. And they really wanted this guy, Albie Galutin, to produce the album. He is the one that produced, amongst other Bee Gees collections, the Saturday Night Fever legendary album. And they said that they expected a guy, you know, like John Travolta to show up, but he was just a real hip-looking cat, and he came in. And wait to check out the sounds that they got on this record. And I should also mention that the engineer is the Jack Joseph Puig is the guy who did John Hyatt's Stolen Moments and worked on Eric Clapton's Journeyman album as well. So this is sort of an all-star behind-the-scenes cast with the debut album for Jellyfish called Belly Button. Let's take a look. The King is half undressed.
I'm Kurt Loder with MTV News. There's a very interesting band out of San Francisco now called Jellyfish, whose debut album, Belly Button, draws inspiration from both the psychedelic music of the 1960s and the disco sounds of the 70s, and yet still winds up being a very 90s artifact. Take a look.
Remember the late 60s and early 70s, an era of day-glow and bell-bottoms, glitter and platform shoes. It's an era that Jellyfish seem to be bringing back. Or are they?
Just don't say the P word. P? Psychedelic.
I wouldn't consider us hippies. We bathe regularly. I don't like the Grateful Dead.
We don't wear tie-dye. Strictly tiger skin.
Okay, so they're not hippies, but try asking Jellyfish to explain their debut single, The King is Half Undressed. And the response is, well, pretty trippy.
It's like a 6-minute rock opera, or shorter, no, 5.
Shorter, yeah.
Yeah, about Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Each segment of the song represents a different candy that was introduced.
It's about a troll that lives under a bridge. And every Thursday Andy
Does his laundry.
The Jellyfish time warp also embraces the 70s, which is why they hired Albie Galutin to produce their record. He's the man who co-produced one of the best-selling albums of all time, the disco classic Saturday Night Fever.
I mean, as soon as we heard that he had done Saturday Night Fever, I mean, we knew he was perfect for this project, because a lot of what Jellyfish wanted to do was, you know, record records like we heard when we were growing up.
Then there's the Jellyfish look. The bell-bottoms and fluorescent colors aren't just stage wear, they sport these threads all the time.
We just like dressing this way. I mean, we dressed this way for a long time. And I think it's definitely coming back. I mean, it'll probably be to the point of illness, I'm sure. I mean, we'll see it in every department store. And by that time, we'll be dressing, you know, with skinny ties, and we'll be new wave.
Jellyfish, the album once again is called Belly Button, and the band will begin a tour this coming Saturday at the Cattle Club in Sacramento, California. Do try to catch them. That's the news for now. Stay tuned for more music here on MTV.
MTV News. You hear it first.